Welcome to Shor Machshava on the Daf. The month of Elul is sponsored by the Mendebaum family. Leilui Nishmas Reb Chaim ben Eliyahu Tzvi Halevi. We're holding in Chulin Daf Kuf Tes. And the Gemara in Amud Beis brings that Yalto told Rav Nachman, Kol da'asalon Rachmana Sharlon Kavasei. Whatever the Torah said is asur, whereas something else which is similar either in taste or in structure and concept, which is mutter. So it's whatever is also, we have something connected which is mutter. And then the Gemara brings a whole list of things that we have this, and that's what Yalta ended. I want to eat basar v'chalav. Where do I have a combination of meat and milk? And Rav Nachman gives her the kal, the udder. Now the shaila is, what does it mean? What's the oimik? The kol da'aso lan rachmana shalom kavasei. So we have a few me'alchim in the Mefarshim, and we'll list it over here. One me'alach, let's start with the Maharsha. The Maharsha says that don't think that when a Kosh Baruch Hu's oyster something is because it's not healthy for you, because this taste can ruin it for you, because this item can be bad for you. But everything that Kosh Baruch Hu does or told us to do is Exeris Melech. So you would think that maybe the combination, the taste of what's called meat and milk, can be bad for you. Well, you see, you can eat it, you can eat an udder. So it's not the issue of that combination. It's to come and tell you everything is Gzeiras Melech and there's no reasoning for it, which we can explain in a physical way that this thing is something we should not eat. And the same idea is brought down in the Oyev Yisrael, in the Kutim Chadoshim, that all the mitzvahs is without having a tam that we think we know the reason, but it's the Kayem mitzvahs abayre. And many other Mefarshim bring this concept. Another Ma'alach is brought down in the Chido over here in Pesach Inaim, and the Chanukah Satorah says it in Parshas Rei. The Chazal tell us, don't tell me, the person should not go on and say, I don't want to do something else. I do want to do it. I'm doing it because the Kosh Baruch Hu said not to do it, not because I don't want it. How do you know efshi? How do you know that you really want it if you never tasted it? So that's why the Torah gave you the ability to taste it, to know exactly what it tastes, to know exactly what it feels. And then you could truly say, I love this taste, but I'm still not doing it because Gzeres HaKosh Baruch Hu. So it's a little different mahalach than the Maharsha. It's not to teach us that we don't go with a reason, but it's a similar concept that we want to do things because Gzeres Melech. The Etz Yosef brings over here in the name of the Be'er Maim Chaim, and so Rav Elyasher brings in the Oris over here, and some others, that the reason the Torah gave you to the heter is for Keneged Yitzhar. This has to do with this week's Parsha, Parsha Kiteitzeh. Why do we allow Yishasef Hastoya? Lo Dibra Torah Keneged Yitzhar. The person is going to go around and feel deprived, to feel that he doesn't have, he's going to Yitzhar will be so strong. So in order to be able to overcome the Yitzhar, you tell him, don't worry, you have something else that is the same taste. You're not losing out. Finally, we'll get to the Pshat of the Maharal over here in Chidush HaGados, Pshat Niflo Ad Lemoed. The Maharal says, Kosh Baruch Hu doesn't create in the world Dover Asur. Why should he create Dover Asur if it's Asur, if it's Tameh, if it's bad? Bad then we don't have. But when you're creating Dover Mutter, Dover Heter, so Keneged the Heter, you have Eser. You can add to it, the Maharal doesn't say these words, but it's clear that's what he means. Zeh Keneged Zeh L'uma Zeh Borei Elokim. Kosh Baruch Hu creates good, and Keneged that you have the balance, you have the bad. So it's not because we have Dover also, we have also Dover Mutter, according to the Maharal. It's the exact opposite. Because we have the Dover Mutter, so immediately we can have the Dover Aser. The Heter is Koidim, says the Maharal. And the Isser is Yoitze Min HaRoi L'Yois. The Dover Zeborer. And a similar theme, you have the Kedusha Levi in the Likutim. He just says it in a different Mahalach, a more Hasidic Mahalach. We have a avodah to take out the Nitzoitzis Kedusha from everything in the world. So from all the oifos and behemoths at the hoiros, by eating them, you take out the nitzoitzis tehoros. What about the behemoths at tmeis? When a person stops himself from eating it, that takes out the nitzoitzis tehoros from them. So says the Kedushas Levi, similar to the Chidon Chanukas HaTorah. How do you take out the nitzoitzis tehoros? Maybe you're not eating it because you're not interested. So that's why the Torah gave you the ability to know what the real taste is. So then the reason why you're not eating the tameh is l'shem shamayim. And mimele you can be mala the nitzoitzis tehoros from it. So I need the tar in order to be able to be mekayim and bring to fruition the tameh in the world. The Maharal says, in order to bring the tameh to the world, I must have tar. Comes to Kedushas Levi and says, in order for the tummy also to be fixed, that's why I need the tar. So to summarize, we have the Ma'ashar and the Ohiv Yisrael that say, to tell you that all the mitzvahs of HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Gzeras Melech. It's not because of a reason that we know. You have the Chidor Pesach Hinayim, the Chanukas HaTorah. So a person could say, I'm not eating Chazer, not because I don't like the taste, I love the taste, but I'm doing it because HaKadosh Baruch Hu told me to do it. You have the Tziyos that tells you it's Lo Diber Torah Keneged Yetzer Hara, so a person will have some place to go and be giving something to the Yetzer Hara. And then you have the Maharal that says to give you a place for the Tomeh, you need to have Tar. And the Kedushas Levi says, in order to be Mal the Nitzotzes of the Tomeh, you need to have the Tar. Dvarim Nifloim Ad Me'od. Anyone who wants to join or sponsor the Shor Machshava Shiurim, please email shormachshava@gmail.com.